Aloha guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, as we get ready for the new year, right, 2024, there's a certain type of vacation that's kind of on the horizon. And for those of you who are going during spring break, this video is for you. My family goes to spring break every single year, and yeah, I've learned a few things, or I can be honest and tell you a few things that are, tried and true about basically spring break at Disney World. So I put together my top 10, things to think about or plan for, tips and tricks, all those great things regarding going to Disney World or any of those types of vacations over spring break. Now, did you know that even though your spring break might be only a week and my spring break might only be a week, our spring breaks might not be at the exact same time, which means Disney World celebrates spring break for like a month. Like 4 to 6 weeks long is Disney World's spring break. So anytime usually within the second week of March through the first week or so of April is considered spring break at Disney World. This is when these things will be a factor. Now, the nice thing about this is, Christmas is one day. It's the same day every year. Thanksgiving is practically the same day every year, right? We always know it's the last Thursday. Spring break is spread out throughout many weeks. So that means all the people that are going for spring break, it kind of gets spread out. As the Christmas people, well, they only have that one day or that week to celebrate. So if that helps, I personally find that even though spring break is crowded, it's not as bad as what Christmas or the holiday season typically is. And I do say typically because there is the whole pre-COVID, then during COVID, and now we're in this weird post-COVID trying to get it back together situation. But anyway, like I said, we're going to talk about spring break because those of you, who are planning, may be planning for spring break, which is here in a couple of months. But like I said, my top 10 tips, tricks, things to think about, plan for, all that good stuff in this video. And as usual, in no particular order, are you ready? Not necessarily a tip, but I'm gonna be 100% honest. Number one is crowds. Yes, spring break at Disney World is crowded. Very, very crowded. Yes, some weeks seem more crowded than others, but like I said, it's kind of March and the beginning of April is spring break season, and you never know which time during that season you're gonna hit the high peak of crowds. So just assume if you're going for spring break, it is going to be crowded. And I am not just talking about Disney World. I'm not just talking about the parks. I'm talking about MCO as well, right? The airport, getting to and from the airport. I can't tell you how many times the line was around the corner for security. Can't tell you how many times my flight was canceled, delayed, because of spring break crowds. So just kind of know that going into it. I'm not trying to scare you. Like I said, we go every year. It hasn't detoured us yet, but we know about it going into it. So yes, crowds are everywhere. MCO and flights, guess what? All the airlines know when spring break is, so they're gonna jack up the price. So before you go ahead and officially plan on a spring break vacation, make sure you guys check out those flights. Sadly, post-COVID, yeah, they've jacked up the price like obnoxiously a lot. So I'm not even sure we're gonna make it next year to spring break. Either way, just note, in general, number one, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, spring break is crowded. Is it Christmas Day at Magic Kingdom crowded? Maybe not, but it's just crowded. There's people everywhere. Everyone's on vacation. Everyone's on their spring break, right? But of course, one way to help out this situation is to go ahead and get those hopper passes. Now that we can hop whenever we want, that means if you accidentally got into a park that just felt too insanely crowded, just go hop to somewhere else. I've noticed Sometimes one park is really only crowded in the morning, but in the evening it's not. So sometimes it helps to be able to hop somewhere else and come back to that park at a different day, especially now for 2024. You can hop whenever you want and you don't need those park pass reservations. So utilize it, get the hopper pass. And yes, for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and say Genie Plus as well. When there are crowds, skip the line, guys. Just pay the extra few dollars and skip that line. It will make your spring break vacation that much more enjoyable. I promise you, especially if you have kiddos or you're just a cranky adult, right? I don't want to wait in line either. So yes, just err on the side of caution, do the things, get the hopper pass, and yes, utilize that Genie Plus. Number 2, okay, lots of crowds equals what? Yeah, long lines. So we're going to talk about long lines. I actually have a whole video. I totally forgot I had a video. I have a whole video of tips and tricks on how to deal with long lines when at the theme park. So go ahead and check out that video. But when I say long lines, I mean everywhere. Everywhere. The bathrooms, especially the ladies' bathrooms, or sometimes even those companion bathrooms where you have to change a diaper. Yeah, ugh. Shopping, especially the big stores like the Emporium, are just filled with people. And then when you go to check out, I know I like think to myself, do I really want this item? Can I come back for this item? But just know on some of these stores, you can actually check out online, right? You can do like that mobile order for shopping too. So utilize those things if the lines are just too obnoxious for you. And yeah, ride lines are long. That's a given. That's why we want to use that Genie Plus. And dining. Quick service dining can get obnoxiously long. It can be hard to find a table. Again, guys, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to be honest. This is what you're going into. So utilizing mobile order could be a key. That is being able to order your dining on the phone. But ways to help, yeah, eat at off times. Everyone kind of eats around noon. Maybe try to eat as soon as that restaurant is open. Is eating at 11 a.m. too early for you? Then maybe skip breakfast. Or maybe go after the crowd. We've done this and we've eaten at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and we nibbled on like a Mickey pretzel and some popcorn when we were hungry at noon. So kind of just eat at, off-peak times, and that goes for everything else. Kind of take the off the beaten path. Go to the shopping store that isn't as popular as the big one, right? Use the restrooms that are kind of in the nook cranny in the corner, not the big tangled bathroom that everyone loves. There's a bathroom in Tomorrowland. It's right next to Space Mountain. We always go to that one because I feel like no one knows it's there. Don't ruin it for me, guys. Don't make it super crowded. But yes, that bathroom, no one's ever there, and we will go to that one specifically because I don't have to wait in line. I can just go when I need to. So yeah, avoid getting so hangry that you have to eat this second, and then you have this long line, and then you just get cranky. Snack and eat later, or eat earlier and then snack midday. Basically, you guys get it. Just expect the long lines to be absolutely everywhere. Okay, you ready for something good? Number 3, spring break usually equals good to awesome weather. I cannot tell you how amazing the weather typically is in that March, early April. It's usually right before it gets to be that high peak of heat. And it's just when the sun starts coming out and the rain starts kind of drying away and the cold air is gone. It's actually really, really great weather. But I will note, this is Florida. Nothing is guaranteed. Several years ago, this is way before COVID, we went for Easter break. So definitely, spring break season. It was so hot. My kids were so whiny. They begged to go back to the resort. So even though it's the beginning of the warm season, you always got to check the weather, guys, because it could just get spicy hot randomly that one week that you're there. But in general, it is really, really good weather. It's sunny, it's warm, it's not usually spicy hot, it's not usually rainy. So yeah, sometimes you got to pick and choose. Maybe you're getting the good weather, but you're getting the crowds too, right? So yes, definitely good weather. And like I said, check the temperature before you go, because you could accidentally get a spicy hot week, in which case you definitely need all the things, right? The fans, all the things. All right, guys, number 4. Well, because it's the beginning of the warm season, what do I recommend? Yep, taking some time out to enjoy your pool, especially if you're staying on Disney property. You're paying for that pool. Go ahead and utilize it. And that includes the Disney water parks. That's right. Don't forget to add the water parks to your Disney vacation package. It's actually not that much more money to add the water park, and you get to go several times in your trip, right? So if you have a 5-day park pass ticket and you add the water parks, that means you get to go to the parks for 5 days, and you can enter a water park up to 5 times. Yeah, it's like doubling your vacation things that you get to do. So as we start getting into the warmer season, utilize that. It's only a few dollars more. Add water parks, enjoy your pool, and just, you know, especially if you're coming from a winter atmosphere, right? If you're coming from cold and snowy and you're fleeing to Florida for spring break, yes, enjoy the water parks and the pools. But again, I said crowded. This could be at your pool too. So just note that all of Disney resorts usually have like a main pool. This is the pool with the lifeguard. If you have a resort with the slide, this would be the pool with the slide. This would be the pool with the activities. This is the pool everyone flocks to, right? Because it's the cooler pool. It's the noisier pool. It's the pool with the slide. Most resorts, I think pretty much all of them, have a side pool known as the quiet pool. So if the main pool is a little too crowded for you, check out the quiet pool. Some resorts have several. Some resorts have several little buildings that use one pool. So you could go to a different pool within your resort. It doesn't have to be that main pool if you're looking to avoid the crowds, but also enjoy the pools. The same thing about the water park. Water park can get crowded fast, so definitely look into them. You can rent a cabana, you can, register for surf time. Definitely wanna go early, and yes, enjoy the lazy river. But yes, most definitely you wanna take care of the things, do the pool stuff, and that means bring the pool things, right? If you need to bring a swimsuit, yes, definitely. Sunscreen, hat, a fan if it's hot, all those good things, but yes, consider adding pool and water parks into the mix of your vacation. Number 5, I think this is my kids' favorite part. Yeah, because in the winter, sometimes we're a little too cold to do this. And in the summer, sometimes it's just so hot that it's not enjoyable to do this. But in the springtime, absolutely. What are we gonna enjoy, guys? Ice cream, absolutely. I actually have a list of several places on property that serve ice cream, yummy, cold, goody treats, right? This is the kitchen sink. Do you guys know about the kitchen sink? You can actually get this filled with ice cream and whipped cream and sauce, and it serves 2 to 4 people. And then you get to take home this nice little souvenir known as the kitchen sink. So yes, this is a great time to enjoy the ice cream. The reason I say we don't really do it in summer too much, because by the time we ordered it, it's dripped and it's melted already. But spring is perfect for the ice cream. So you ready? Beaches and Cream. Beaches and Cream is a restaurant located at Beach Club, Disney's Beach Club Resort, which is really, really close to Epcot. Well, they have a walk-up window, so you don't need dining reservations to go to the walk-up window and get what? Ice cream. This is crazy ice creams and flavors and concoctions and yumminess. And yes, I think you can get the kitchen sink there. So yes, absolutely, while you're at Epcot, just exit through the International Gateway and go eat at the walk-up window over at Beaches and Cream. Salt and Straw, this is my son's favorite location to get ice cream. This is at Disney Springs. You want ice cream that has like unique flavors? Weird, like cereal in your ice cream. I can't even think of all the craziness we've eaten. My son's absolute favorite. He fell in love with Salt and Straw over at Disneyland, and then Disney Springs here, in Orlando, opened up one. We go every trip, especially spring break. So yeah, don't forget to check out Salt and Straw. Dole Whips, absolutely, you gotta have the iconic pineapple-y treat. But it comes in more flavors than pineapple, actually. Lemon, lime, strawberry, raspberry, orange. There's gotta be more coming soon, right? But Dole Whips are absolutely delicious. You can get them at Magic Kingdom, 100%. This is where they started. You can get them at Animal Kingdom. You can also get them flavored with rum. Yeah, a little cocktail Dole Whip over there. And you can always get them at the Polynesian Village. So you can hop on the monorail. If you're exploring the monorail resorts, you can go ahead and eat one at the Poly. the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. This is at Magic Kingdom, right down Main Street, USA. Let's see, it's on the right side. It's a full-on ice cream parlor, so you can get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Turn it into a milkshake, add chocolate sauce, whatever you want. It's a full-fledged ice cream parlor. The Boardwalk recently opened up an ice cream shop. The Boardwalk is another one of Disney's resorts. It's kind of in between Epcot and Hollywood Studios, so it's not overly convenient to go to unless you're staying at the Boardwalk, Yacht Club, Beach Club, or you're walking from Hollywood to Epcot or vice versa. You can stop off at the Boardwalk and get some ice cream. Now, who loves a gelato? Yes, there are pretty sure there's two places at Epcot to get some gelato, so don't forget about that. And then of course, all throughout property, there's little carts, and certain restaurants and quick services will carry the traditional Disney, ice cream sandwiches and bars, right? So Mickey's premium ice cream bar, right? The strawberry bar is so good. And then I think they usually have like an ice cream sandwich, and oh my goodness, so much ice cream. So yes, don't forget to enjoy the ice cream when you're going during spring break. Number 6, now I mention this one frequently because it's happened to me. Shorts weather. Spring break, usually 99% of the time, again, check the weather, equals shorts weather. That's great, except when you're coming from cold country. If February and March for you is snow and cold, you don't have your shorts out, right? So you have to transition from winter to summer. And there's a chance that when you do that, the summer clothes don't fit. I am guilty of this, especially with the kiddos because they grew and I didn't even know. So if you are headed to Disney World during spring break and you are not shorts year round, that's something you have to like alternate between winter clothes and summer clothes. If you do this, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, make sure you plan ahead. Try on the shorts way in advance so that you can get your new and updated sizes. A lot of times the stores, especially around here, the stores will stop selling shorts, but I can always get them online. Pretty much usually always get them online, and if needed, get them on Amazon. But don't wait until the week you're packing and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have any shorts. I don't have any shorts that fit my kid. He grew 3 sizes. Plan ahead because it's hard because we're so used to wearing pants and winter jackets and all the things. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh dear, I need shorts and t-shirts and nothing fits. Plan ahead, try them on, shop early, do the things. Yes, definitely. Number 7, advanced dining reservations. That's right, spring break equals crowds. You know what that also means? Dining reservations sell out. They book up. So you definitely want to get those dining reservations as soon as you possibly can. Now, of course, the perk here, those of us who stay on Disney property get to get dining before anyone else. What do I mean by this? Now, unless it changes, right now, policy is 60 days out. If you're staying off property, each day for you is 60 days out. So if you want to eat on Monday, 60 days out from Monday, you got to get your dining reservation. And you want to eat on Tuesday, 60 days out from Tuesday, and so on. If you're staying on property, it's 60 days out for your whole trip. So that means the one day I make dining, I can do dining for my whole week's worth, meaning I have a leg up of getting dining before anyone else. So this is a perk for staying on property. But either way, 100% dining opens up 60 days in advance, and you want to utilize that. You definitely want to be ready and get the meals that you want and be kind of flexible because starting 2024, there's no park pass reservations. You can hop whenever you want. So a lot of times people don't really know where they're going and when. Once you make those dining reservations, now you know, right? Once I make reservations for Cinderella's Royal Table, I know I'm going to be in Magic Kingdom for the day. So just make sure you have some flexibility. Maybe you can move a few things around to get the restaurant that you want, but definitely want to get those advanced dining reservations because they book up, especially over spring break because it's crowded. And now that there's the meal plan coming up, people are going to want to use their credits. They do not want to have credits left over. So they're going to be booking all the meals that they possibly can to use up all their credits. So you want to make sure you get in the mix and you get your meals too. But always check for last minute cancelizations. At least right now, policy is, what is it, 2 hours? Used to be 24 hours. I think it's 2 hours. So if you cancel your dining reservation within 2 hours, and this is most restaurants, not all, you got to read the fine print, you can cancel within 2 hours, which means someone else can pick up that reservation within 2 hours. So always check for last minute cancelizations if for some reason you didn't get what you wanted in the first place. But either way, make the reservations. Yes, you can always do the walk-up, but the walk-up's gonna be harder because it's crowded, right? So that's kind of my point right there. Number 8, spring break at Epcot equals Flower and Garden. That's right, the Flower and Garden Festival, which I love. It is so absolutely beautiful. So we're talking yummy food, eats and drinks, yeah. Topiaries, the most beautiful garden character topiaries that Disney spends months and months and months creating, using real plants, by the way. And then of course you got the scavenger hunt. That's right, what is this one? Spike's Pollination Exploration Scavenger Hunt. I've talked about these before. You buy the map, it's like 10 bucks. It comes with a bunch of stickers on the back. You walk throughout the World Showcase trying to find little spikes. Spike is the bumblebee featured in a lot of those Donald Duck cartoons. You find the spike with the right flower, you put all the flowers on, you finish your map, you get a prize, right? That's how it works. But yes, don't forget about the scavenger hunts. Usually the Flower and Garden Festival has playgrounds out for kiddos, slides and spinning machines and all sorts of ways to kind of get rid of that nervous energy from the kiddos. And my kids' favorite, if you're going during Easter week, they seem to shrink this one to make it shorter and shorter. I don't know why. But you've got the egg extravaganza. It's just like Spike's Pollination. It's about 10 bucks. You buy the map, comes with the stickers on the back. You got to find all the different Easter eggs, put on the right sticker, right spot, get a prize, whatever. Absolutely love it. It's a great way to enjoy Epcot, especially as families. Mom and dad are eating and drinking, enjoying themselves, enjoying the World Showcase. The kids are running around looking for Spike and looking for the egg, and everyone's having a good time together. But yes, don't forget to look at the topiaries because that's my favorite part. And some are the same and some are new every year. And some, even though they seem the same, they use different plants. So absolutely it's a good idea to go multiple times, right? Each year it is a little bit different. But yes, don't forget to enjoy Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival. Number 9. Don't forget to cool off. Well, obviously, Nina. But did you know you can cool off in the parks? Yeah, I've got 3 places right now where you can most definitely get your cool on, right, while at the theme parks. First one is perfect for those kiddos. The Casey Jr. Train over at Magic Kingdom near the Dumbo ride. It's like the Casey Jr. train, and it like spits and sprays water. You will see kids running around having a glorious time. Some of them even took off their clothes and they're just going in their diaper. It's always comical to see. And they're just living their best life. They are absolutely living their best lives. So the start of spring break season, it's when the hot gets there, right? These are good ways to cool off. So yeah, Casey Jr. Train for the kiddos is absolutely fabulous. If you're at Animal Kingdom, yeah, why don't you do Cali River Rapids? That is like a giant inner tube ride at Animal Kingdom, and you're going down hills and things are spraying at you and you hit the side of the wall and you get, some people get super duper soaked. Some people just get soaked. Some people, whoever you are, it's never me, just get like a sprinkle. I'm like, how are you getting a sprinkle? And I'm over here drenched. Happens every single time. But yes, don't forget to enjoy things like Cali River Rapids. I would say Splash Mountain, but nope, not a thing right now. Tiana's shouldn't be out during spring break, so we don't need to mention that one. But if you're at Epcot, go enjoy the new Moana exhibit, right? Journey of Water. They do have a splash, get wet area, and then they have a dry zone. But for those of you who want to cool off, yes. And the great thing about Moana is it's not a timed thing. You go when you want, you go through it as fast as you want or as slow as you want. So if you want to just chill and relax in the corner, do so. If you just want to hit the wettest area and then leave, do it how you want. That's the nice thing. It's kind of like a walk through exploration of water. It's not timed. It's not, you know, you just go and enjoy. So absolutely, those are 3 great ways to kind of cool off in the parks as needed. Yeah, to get your splash on. Number 10. Now, like I said, it's the beginning of not only hot season, but the crowds, right? So one thing we absolutely love to do to not only beat the heat, but sometimes beat the crowds is to utilize Disney's shows. Disney is known for shows in a theater with air conditioning, yep, and then with multiple seats. So there's plenty of space for everyone to sit down, relax, get away from the heat, and get away from the hustle and bustle of it all. So I have a few named here. Now I specifically named ones that are 100% indoors, because when you're that hot, you want air conditioning. Yes, you can go to Indiana Jones and sit and enjoy, but that's technically outdoors. So I picked indoors. You ready for this? All right, so Festival of the Lion King at Animal Kingdom. Fabulous show, 100% indoors, air conditioning, entertain the kids, perfect. Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond, also at Animal Kingdom. Now this show is great because of the seats. You could even take a little nap if you needed to. Ugh, I hate saying that because the show is fabulous. Kiddos can take a nap, and it's great to kind of put these shows midday, especially if you have a kiddo. You can plan to do them when it's nap time, and so hopefully they nap in your lap or whatever in the air conditioning. Everyone else is getting entertained. I hate to say that because these shows are great, but we would almost purposely go, and if one of the kids fell asleep, we were kind of happy about it because that means they got their nap in. So yes, Finding Nemo. Magic Kingdom, Country Bear Jamboree. Now you definitely want to do this one before they get rid of it. They are changing Country Bears to be more Disney friendly. Is that the right way to talk about it? I don't even know. It irritates me sometimes. But Country Bear Jamboree is a silly, rootin' tootin' good time. It might be hard to nap because it's kind of loud, but definitely enjoyable, definitely away from the crowds and the heat. Now the Carousel Progress, even though this isn't a live show with live actors, right? You're still in air conditioning, and how long is it? Like 20 minutes. 20 minutes in air conditioning, and it kind of moves a little bit. Yeah, I'm guilty of taking a nap on that one. Same with the kiddos, great one to do a midday. If you're at Epcot, the Pixar Film Festivals. Now, this is in a theater, so yes, indoors, you're sitting down, and yes, you're just watching shorts. Shorts you may have seen before, but again, it's midday. You're trying to beat the heat, you're trying to beat the crowds, maybe trying to put a kiddo to sleep, definitely. Also at Epcot, both in China and Canada. Canada's was getting worked on, so just when it's open, right, you definitely want to do the 360 circle visions. Now, these make me motion sickness, so sometimes I go and I close my eyes, but it's indoors, air conditioning, away from the crowds, do it, whatever. And then we've got Hollywood Studios. We got the Frozen sing-along, fabulous show, comical, good music, kiddos love it. People can take a nap. It's indoors, theater, air conditioning, you know what I'm talking about. Lightning McQueen. This is a very kiddie Lightning McQueen Tomater show, but yes, again, away from the crowds, air conditioning. And then don't forget about one of my favorites, Muppets 3D Vision, again at Hollywood Studios. Yes, it's indoors, and it's a show with comfy seats, and you might take a nap or enjoy the show. And I forgot one. I'm gonna throw in one. Mickey's PhilharMagic over at Magic Kingdom is another good one. We utilize this one a lot at Magic Kingdom, actually, because when we're walking into Fantasyland, Fantasyland is so big, sometimes we need like a break from the heat and the people, and we'll run into Mickey's PhilharMagic. So yeah, don't forget about that one too. But yes, all of these 100% indoors, air conditioning. You guys get where I'm going with this. But anyway, these are my top 10 tips and tricks, things to think about, whatever, regarding spring break. I hope you guys enjoyed the video or at least found it useful. I think accepting that spring break could possibly be crazy. Overly crowded, long lines. But if you know that going into it and you plan in advance and you figure out ways to not let those things bother you, you can absolutely have a fabulous spring break. Like I said, we go every year. People always say, oh my gosh, you're so crazy. Why do you go during spring break? Well, why do I go during Christmas? It doesn't matter. You learn how to enjoy despite all the obstacles you may have to deal with, right? The crowds, the heat, whatever your obstacle is, you figure out ways to deal with it. And that's why I make these videos. That's why I make these tips and tricks, because I'm giving you ideas. Even if my idea doesn't work for you, maybe it'll set off a little light bulb and it will come up with something that does work for you. That's all I'm trying to do here, guys. But anyway, despite all the craziness, we love spring break at Disney World. We absolutely do. We will spend a good chunk of the time actually at Epcot because that is how much we love the Flower and Garden Festival. So yes, definitely think about these things, put them on your list, do them, figure out ways to beat the heat and the crowds and enjoy yourself because it's spring break and it's your vacation. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, comment, pretty please. And yeah, let me know what you thought. I'm sure there's other things to think about for spring break, but I'm trying to keep them a little bit different than my other tips and tricks and try to focus just on spring break. But as always, guys, let me know in the comments. Please share my videos. I am trying to keep my head above water here. YouTube is not sharing my content and it's driving me crazy because they used to. And I will be incorporating shorts and other things into my channel. I'm sorry if it bothers you. I'm just trying, like I said, to keep my head above water. I'm trying to be able to keep making videos for you guys because it's getting to the point where I'm just like, is anyone watching anymore? These videos are a lot of work if you guys can't tell. I really think long and hard on what I'm gonna talk to you about, and I run around getting things to show you or I input stuff. It's a lot of work and I love doing it. But I'd like to be doing it for viewers, right? Either way, guys, you guys know where I'm coming from. I appreciate you all. Every view, every watch, every like, every share, every comment. I 100% appreciate you. Thank you so much for several years of following me, watching me, and believing in me. Absolutely. I appreciate it so much. But anyway, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye, guys.